Hello, this is Dusket Draft League Week 4 between Banana and Lant. I do not actually have any of the teams, although Lant has DM'd me his. We do see Lant send out Gardrone and Grimuline, as Banana sends out the Proton and the Binoki. Binoki looks very strong into this matchup, especially with the Gardrone. Shakedown, of course, revealing all of the items of the opposing team. Very standard procedure coming from them both. Proton Replicate also revealing the ability of one of them, which I believe they revealed Sharp Claws. Don't quote me on that though. Gardrone and Proton both dodges Binoki preemptive strikes the Grimuline. Not much was done this turn outside of a little bit of chip on the Grimuline. And of course the energy used from preemptive strike and dodging. Apologies for the commentary, my throat is just feeling a little sore. Grimuline is honestly looking fantastic in this position, especially with the Gardrone to support it. Although the Binoki is faster than the Gardrone and maybe the Grimuline, depending on if it's very nimble or not. We see Lant withdraw the Gardrone as he sends out U-Typhoon. Petrifying lowers the ranged attacks out of the Protagon. Binoki dodges as Protagon uses Deja Vu, but it actually fails as they attempted to use it on the Gardrone, locking it into dodge. Rogue Assault going into the Clutch Plushy Protagon, which could be very crucial here. If this Grimuline has Quick Punch, this Protagon could be in some deep trouble. Now my question is, if this Protagon is Plush Plush, then what item is this Binoki? Because it can obviously swap items, so it's not choice, or swap moves, so it's not choice lock. But we do see it slap down the Milkshake on the U-Typhoon as the Nosedive goes into the Binoki, probably picking up a 1-hit KO, wow. But bringing it to under 50% HP, Slapdown really coming in handy there. Protagon should always be the fastest thing on the field here as Fruitress does come out. Fruitress also looking weirdly good into this matchup. Protagon using Metal Blast into the U-Typhoon, not quite picking up a KO due to that petrifying drop. Now U-Typhoon uses Provoke onto the Fruitress, as it is now only able to use damaging moves, which could be very crucial here. See Leviatros be the last Lumion of Banana's side, as Lant still has all 4 of his Lumions. Leviatros obviously has very good speed, and although it's very middling damage, the Grimuline was -1, although not anymore, as you see it swap out. And we see the Leviatros use a bulk up as U-Typhoon Nosedive goes into the Leviatros, dealing with a critical hit, dealing over 50% HP and killing itself from the recoil of the move as Fruitress Body Crash goes into Scampy, dealing albeit minimal damage. Grimuline comes back out, Grimuline no longer with the -1 melee and range defense, making it take not nearly as much damage as it would have before. Fruitress does seem like a good win con here. We see the Mega Chomp not even get it to under 50%, as we do see the Battering Ram pick up the KO, and with Fruitress being the slowest thing on the field, and the super effective moves of both Grimuline and Battering Ram Scampy, this Fruitress is in some deep trouble as we see it reveal the Briar Block, Scampy Battering Ram, dealing honestly good chip, but just trying to get as much info as possible on both of these Lumions. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if you're able to stall these out. Green line lets this guard down to rest. Banana just fighting for that differential. As we see Battering Ram do so much damage, unfortunately so. Future Sap Plant goes under Scampy. I mean, this Scampy could potentially just swap out now. So that would force Lant to either bring back into Guard Drone, which is weak to the potentially incoming Body Crash, assuming it lives. Assuming Fortress lives, the Gnarly Gash coming from the Grimmy line, and no, it does not, unfortunately. That is a 4-0 victory. First one from Lant. No, I don't actually know what else Banana has on his team, nor do I for Lant. But I think these swaps could be interesting here. Seeing both of them finish this up. Could this just be a clean 2-0 victory for Lant? Lant would not be undefeated, as he has lost to Gray, but outside of that, he would be undefeated. Scampy and U-Typhoon start for Lant, as the Banoki and the Deladrux come out for Banana's side. Honestly, two items that we already know about on this side, and the Petrifying lowers the damage of this Deladrix. This U-Typhoon, I think, walls it here, and offers super effective damage into both of these Lumians, potentially even a one-hit KO. See the Deladrix coming back, revealing the Leviatros getting so much more damage possible. Scampy preemptive strike onto the Banoki. Is this just a kill? It is not. His nosedive goes into the Leviatros, dealing just under 50% HP. Now, Leviatros is a very scary Lumian, don't get me wrong, especially in the rain, but both of these Lumians, since its main stab being water. So I'm interested truly to see what could be the swap here. See Scampy Body Crash go into the Banoki, pick up the one-hit knockout. Then U-Typhoon nosedive going into the Deladrix. Also a one-hit knockout. Just an unfortunate misread from Banana's side. See, Arapago and Leviatros. Arapago could be a real threat here, although one swap with the U-Typhoon and it could be lights out for this Arapago's damage. And of course, Scampy threatening as always. And while it can potentially just die to an easy Thunderstrike, we do just see Lant swap out the U-Typhoon out for the Grimuline, being able to get that Petrifying back on the table. Then the Mega Chomp coming in, not very effective on the Grimuline. U-Typhoon back out, tearing apart this Arapago's damage. Dreamland preemptive strike onto the Leviatros' Frost Beam. Not even close to picking up the KO, and then the Milkshake bringing it back to green HP. Nosedive onto the Arapago. Not dealing nearly enough damage though. Typhoon using Ruffled Feathers, trying to get rid of this weather. But Harapigo actually uses Magnify, bringing it to +1 in its damage. And Grimmulite Gnarly Gash onto the Leviatros. This could get sticky, actually. Depending on how much this Hydroblast is going to do to this U-Typhoon. The U-Typhoon uses Safeguard and blocks the incoming Hydroblast. As the Rogue Assault picks up the KO onto the Arapago. Good game and well played. 3-0 from Lant.